ティナーシャ、起きて。ティナーシャ。
服を着るまで入ってくるな。
I did not have on my Spring 24 bingo card that a show about a witch and a prince trying to betroth a witch, a very much like fantasy romance, would produce the best fight scene of Spring 24 so far. Honestly, we're about 3 weeks into spring anime. If I keep touching my nose, guys, because I got your boy got a sneeze. But we're about 2 or 3 weeks into spring anime so far. And to be honest, out of all the shows, that I'm thinking about, like RE Monsters, 𝐒𝐴𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭, reincarnated as the seventh prince. A lot of thighs in that one. Chill in Another World, all these other shows, like there hasn't been a legit, really good fight scene. Even in one of the other ones, I think it was Chill in Another World, like there was like another fight with like a Fenrir or something, and like the fight was like really, really poorly animated. But that's not the reason for the show. But I was so surprised this episode where we had the witch, we had Tanisha going and seemingly on purpose unleashing this really high level power monster that it's like a Fenrir or like a wolf, that she happened to be the one that sealed it away 70 years ago, and she ends up being the one that unseals it and then's like, yo, I sealed you before, but today you gotta die. Like, you gotta die. You gotta die. And the fight scene was legitly really well animated. And that might say a lot. Like, maybe the bar is really low, but I feel like over and over and over this season, the fight scenes that have been depicted have either, A, the fight scene hasn't happened. Like, we're going into the fight scene and then, like, it skips it. Or the fight scenes do happen and they're very, how do you say it? They're very basic. Like, they're just very, like, basic fight scenes that are over, like, super quick. Or they're, like, 2D, 3D, or they're really poorly animated. So, Unnamed Memory really nailed, like, a really great fighting scene. And when Tanisha enters in battle, like, it's a pretty badass fight. Like, she's bopping and weaving and twirling and, like, using her magic and, like, all of the above. Like, I'm just like, okay, I see you, Tanisha. I see what you're doing here. And, like, I really, really enjoyed seeing that this episode. I was like, okay, this is pretty badass stuff here. Like, this is really cool, really well animated, really well depicted. I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to see. And it's one of those things to where it's okay, maybe it's not even like exactly what I wanted to see. It's one of those things to where I didn't know that this show was going to give us that level of like fight scenes. So now I have it in my head like, oh, okay, now I know that down the line, as this show begins to break out of just, fantasy romance, now I know going forward in the future, now I know that there's going to be other badass fight scenes, between Tanisha or maybe even like the prince goes into fight or whatever else. Like, I know that now they're going to be able to do like these fights really, really well. And like that really sets like a new bar. So I really, really enjoyed that. I also thought it was really fascinating. We learned that the witch does not age. So we learned that the witch does not age, and she had been halting her age the whole entire time, which is cool. But to regenerate herself, because she got effed up by this fight, she killed the wolf, she killed the Fenrir. To do that, she regenerated her body by speeding it up, and because of that, her hair grew long, but so did her. And the prince was like, God damn. He said, God damn. He said, Tanesh, that you, girl? He said, God damn. And I was like, yo, let's go, dude. Like, you got yourself a bashojo. You know what I mean? Like, you got yourself that you're looking good. So I thought that was a really funny scene because she threw a pillow. And then also like a really cool scene, like all that. And then they shared a really cool moment at the end too, where the prince, he bowed his head and he thanked her for protecting, everything. Basically, he thanked her for taking one for the team, essentially, and destroying this this calamity that could have destroyed, that could have decimated their kingdom and stuff. So he genuinely thanked her for that, and I think that she can really feel that reciprocation from that. Taking it all the way back kind of to more like the beginning of the episode, her confidant, her fiend, her created person that she has, the little girl with the white hair, like her side person, I don't know what you call it, but the person that she created came and was like, yo, how you liking it so far? And I think like, she was really cute in the way she was like, she's really enjoying herself so far. And that was really cool as well too. So and also the last thing I'll say is I really enjoy the prince's determination to, she's leaving, like about to go to battle. He's like, okay, when you get back, we're going to get married. And she's like, she gets all very cutely angry. And I just like that he keeps like mentioning it. Like bro will not give up, and that's how you should be. He's like, okay, after tea, married, like, we're gonna sign on the line. Do we exchange rings now? He's like, oh, okay. You gotta use the bathroom. All right, when you get out, I'll be waiting for you in the marriage hall. Like, I enjoy that banter. And I hope that, like, I don't want him to let up. I hope it doesn't go on the whole season though. Eventually I do want her to crack, and like, let's get that ball rolling a little bit more. So I think, 4, 5, 6 episodes, I can probably withstand it. But if they do this the whole, I don't know how many episodes this anime is going to get, but you assume 11, 12, 13. If they do this bit for the whole time, I think that'll get a little bit much because we want to see a satisfying end. But anyways, I think I've talked just enough about this episode. I really enjoyed it. I thought the fight scene was chef's kiss. I thought, her showing her assets were chef's kiss. I thought learning more about the world and that there's other witches out there, men who are witches. I think that's a really cool thing to find out too. All of it, I think, is really cool, and I'm really enjoying this show, and it's really well animated, which makes it even that much more enjoyable. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Thank you for putting up with me the whole 6 minutes or so, because I've been fighting off a sneeze since I hit record. Like, what the hell? But thank you guys for sticking with me for this one. If you're enjoying the show, let me know in the comments. If you're dropping it, let me know in the comments. If you're gonna continue watching, or pause and binge it later, like, let me know how you guys are feeling. Let me know the temperature on this one in the comments, and I'll see you guys next week for episode 3. All right, peace out.